Alright, welcome back everyone. You're watching the Star Series Season 11. This is VPP up against Alliance, best of one game. Now, Alliance have been in a bit of a slump recently. They did they did win their last match for Starladder they played a couple of days ago. That was actually against the other Virtus Pro squad. They managed to win that one over. But tonight we will have some stand-ins for Alliance. We do not have a loader. And it will be Pycat, fucking mad, and EGM back again standing in. But we will have a Wisp band straight up there from VPP. We'll see what Alliance decide to go with knockout first. Now, of course, there's been a whole bunch of changes recently. We'll ban out the Zeus. Okay, interesting. Can't remember if Zeus got any... I don't think Zeus... No, Zeus didn't get any balance changes. It's an interesting choice to get rid of him there. Maybe they're planning on something specific. Maybe they want to get... Oh... A few heroes really don't like playing against Zeus. Actually, in fact, Broodmother is one that freaking hates playing against Zeus. It's really, really irritating. But also be a Lycan ban there from VPP. And of course, we do have the winter update in. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes. So I do apologize if I get something wrong. That'll be my rote memory kicking in.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll learn as we go. Brewmaster banned out as well. Now, he did have a fairly significant nerf to his early laning phase, particularly when he's going one-on-one with some of the more annoying ranged heroes. They had that base armor drop down from 4 to 2, so it's pretty significant when you combine that with a stout shield 4 armor, and a stout shield was a really high survival. Plus, of course, he's got his evasion as well to kick in there as well. So he's definitely a lot easier to harass out, but Alliance will still prioritize him as a ban. See what verse, and Ogre Magi as well. He's been a very common first pick, an incredibly common first pick, and he got a fairly significant nerf. His cast range went down to, I think it was 475 on the Fire Blast, and the damage also dropped. Oh wow, yeah, Night Stalker. Okay, here's a hero that we should talk about. Night Stalker, in my opinion, could well be completely unbalanced. He has had massive, absolutely massive buffs. And one of the biggest ones is that night vision. That night vision change. You've based 675 night vision. You can't find your own asshole when that night vision is kicking in. Like, that is so low. Like, Lina can actually stun someone with Light Strike away from, like, literally just walk in the lane, be out of vision, and stun somebody with Light Strike away. That's how low that vision is. That is absolutely nuts. And the other big buff as well is the fact that it no longer pauses the in-game clock. So now you can use it basically to reduce daytime. So it essentially, before, yeah, it would pause the clock, you would spend more time out of daytime, but at the same time, that full 4-minute cycle would still kick in. Now you can make it nighttime permanently. Like, essentially, you reduce the amount of weak time that Night Stalker has on the map. So that's incredibly beneficial. Also, they help shore up his mana cost as well. So VPP, and this is the classic CIS-type hero. Man, this is definitely going to be some scary stuff. But Alliance will go with an Ogre Magi pick anyway. He's still good, but he's definitely been significantly nerfed. He's still got the same things that made him really irritating to play against. The fact he's got ridiculously high armor, and his health regeneration, his base regen is incredibly high as well. So he's very hard to harass out the lane, and he can trade hits very effectively. But his early firepower is definitely significantly reduced, and he needs to get a bit closer now to get those gang stuff. So no more of those just clutch waddling up behind you and just getting in range to pop out those fire blasts. But Alliance now with their second pick here, they will go with the Tidehunter pick as well. So lots of firepower coming out of Alliance. Lots of good stun. And VS picked up as well.
Dire team ban.
Ooh. I wonder if they're going to try and get a Bat Rider in here. We'll see in a moment. Troll Warlord banned out. Troll had no significant changes. He just had a bug fix on further stacks. I suppose if you build a very weird way with, like, just stacking tons out of attack speed, you could theoretically hit the new cap, but I don't think that's a big deal for him. I think it's pretty insignificant. No, Puck banned out by Alliance. I remember AUI was saying something about an offlane Night Stalker being potentially viable now. I don't know myself. Obviously we haven't seen that in action yet, but Puck being banned out. If they were going to go for a Puck, it could have been, I guess, a solo mid Puck and an offlane Night Stalker, or vice versa. I don't really like Puck offlane either, but it can be done. Viper banned out. I think it's going to be a solo mid Night Stalker. With a Viper ban, it pretty much says, yeah, we want to have some kind of melee hero in mid, or even something like a Shadowfiend does not enjoy facing off against a Viper in the mid lane. In fact, Shadowfiend got some small buffs as well. They have left the Razor in the pool, though, and Razor against Night Stalker, I don't think that goes well for Night Stalker either, although I suppose you could Crippling Fear him through the Link. When he gets towards the end of the Link, you could throw down Crippling Fear and try and deal with that, but you still have no damage output would be the issue, so you wouldn't be able to kill him. So yeah, Viper's definitely frustrating, but a Razor could really undo the Night Stalker as well. Alliance now with their 4th ban here. Okay, so probably the Solar Mid at this point. And one of the supports picked up. Let's see what else they have in mind. Alliance haven't really tipped their hand as to where they're going either. Tidehunter did get a small nerf in the Refresher Orb.
Turn to pick.
But otherwise, he's pretty much still completely viable. I don't think he got any other changes. I suppose, yeah, no, he had his movement speed reduced and his Ravage actually slightly reduced at high levels. But, I mean, late game, the damage from Ravage is it's not really what's doing the goods there. I mean, supports will appreciate it more, but for your 4 slotted carry, something like 50 damage change for Ravage is not as big a deal. The move speed in his early game might be more similar. There's only 5 move speed though. It's not like the big Enchantress buff where she gained like 20 MS. That's insanely quick. Alliance will also ban out the Jakiro. He had some small nerfs to Liquid Fire. Still very strong in terms of pushing. You leave that Jakiro alone with a tower, he will burn it down very quickly. But he's still able to do his old tricks, just slightly nerfed out there. Now Leshrac picked up by Alliance now. Leshrac is kind of weird. You can play him as a core. And in fact, he had a buff to Edict, so Edict, one of his main damage outputs as well. But he's also pretty strong as a support as well. And he had a buff to the Lightning Storm and the Edict. And Alchemist picked up by Virtus Pro. I think this is going to be their primary farmer. It could be a support. Definitely could be a support, but I feel like this might be their primary farmer here. And Alchemist, I've heard that you can, with free farm, you can hit, with Total Greed and free farm, you can hit like a 3.5 or 4 minute Midas. Something like that. So, the snowball potential for a free farm Alchemist is insane. But I'm honestly more worried about the Night Stalker. The changed Night Stalker are absolutely bananas. The fact that his Darkness affects wards is huge as well. Phantom Assassin also being picked up here. Is that going to be their primary farmer? That's actually a very aggressive lane. Ogre Magi, Leshrac, and Phantom Assassin can actually do a lot of damage together. Leshrac, obviously very hard to brawl against early on. Edict does a ton of damage. Ogre Magi has some good damage as well. And the burn, the slow. And Phantom Assassin, she's quite dangerous for a solo lane to go up against. Death Prophet now also being picked up. Now, she did have it wasn't a huge nerf. It was 0.3 strength gain nerf. And at level 16, this translates to about 90 health difference. It's not huge. It'll be noticeable, but it's not huge. It's not going to turn her... basically make her unviable. At level 25, I think it was just short of 150 health difference. So it's going to make her endgame a little bit weaker, but her sort of early laning phase not going to be a significant change at all as she levels up. It's going to be very, going to be like maybe 2 GG branches worth of strength difference in her laning phase. It's going to be very minor. Alliance down with the final ban here. And Virtus Pro, they look like they've got the Solar Mid they carry. It looks like they're looking for one more support. With the assumption the Alchemist is a core here. Okay, no, they're assuming that the Alchemist is in fact a support, not a core. And they will ban out the Broodmother. Which, actually, Alliance could have tackled the Brood head-on if they needed to. Tidehunter is one of those heroes that can actually go up against the Brood. The spam nuking on him is pretty annoying, but she can't really harass him with the Spirelings because he can cut through them very easily. With Anchor Smash, and of course, Kraken Shell laughs him off fairly easily. So, he doesn't have as much finish. And Broodmother can't really run up and harass him that easily because she runs up to harass him with a bite and then he smacks her in the face with the Anchor Smash, and then it becomes very hard for her to CS. It can be quite frustrating. So if they wanted to, they could go head-on with her, but they decide they don't want to play against her because she's really frustrating. They will ban Ancient Apparition, the final pick here. So this is actually a core Leshrac, unless we're seeing some really old-school Chinese-style Solar Mid Ancient Apparition, but I don't think we'll see that, because he's very strong as a greedy force support. So I think it'll be Leshrac core, Phantom Assassin. It could be a Leshrac mid, actually. I think Leshrac could tackle the Death Prophet. Maybe he can't run her down with the Edict, but the Lightning Spam and the Stun could actually be quite powerful. On the other hand, if they wanted to, they could run, say, an offensive Trilon with Leshrac, Ancient Apparition, and Ogre Magi together, and that's really powerful. The setup stuns there, the slows, the AoE damage is incredibly strong. And that could quite easily make it very hard for Alchemist to farm. Also, the Ancient Apparition as well. Very nasty for an Alchemist to deal with, but it depends whether or not he's core. Alliance are assuming he's a support at this point in time. Phantom Assassin could take the Solar mid roll against the Death Prophet. Or they could, I suppose they could even do Tidehunter in the mid lane. Tidehunter pretty tanky, hard to harass out. They could put Tide mid, Phantom Assassin Solo in the safe lane, but, or maybe not, because if there's an off-lane Night Stalker, That would be really scary. I suppose they could try and do an offensive tri-lane with Night Stalker, Vengeful Spirit, and Alchemist, but in this case, it's possibly unlikely. You'd also have the issue of only having the short range of VS is definitely worrisome. They might have wanted something with a better range than that. We'll see what VP... I think it's going to be... It could actually be a safe lane Night Stalker. But if they're expecting a melee mid in the Phantom Assassin, they might say, screw it, put the Night Stalker mid, Death Prophet in the safe lane. This will just free up the supports to be really greedy, because Death Prophet's easy to leave on her own. And she doesn't quite... She's not that same kind of tempo as Night Stalker. Night Stalker, if he gets those really fast levels of a solo lane, is such a huge threat. Especially if you're planning to try. If you have under-leveled supports, and Night Stalker can just feed on them all day. Especially under-level carry as well. So easy for Night Stalker to hit the right moment and just get in there and just chew up a tri-lane. And Spirit Breaker. This is full-on CIS aggression coming out of VP. I love it. This is awesome. So it looks like I think it will be a core Alchemist. Spirit Breaker. Oh, maybe not. I'm actually not sure how they're going to run Spirit Breaker. Okay, no, we'll see what they're doing here. Alright, Illidan picking up the Night Stalker. Depends whether or not they want to put the Death Prophet mid. But with the Spirit Breaker picked up a DK Phobos, someone's off lanes. I'm not sure what they're doing though with their stand-ins. It's a trick here. This is a really flexible lineup. And I mean, yeah, certain players have certain tendencies towards lanes, but then again, the other week I saw Terrorblade and Void picked up for Vici, right? And I figured, oh, well, obviously, that's Ice taking Void the off lane, and then Black is going to take the Terrorblade to the safe lane and farm with that. No, it was actually solo off lane Black with the Void, and then safe lane farming Ice on the Terrorblade. It was just completely back to front. I was like, what the hell? So we'll see how VP... Like, the hero set that they've got here is so freaking flexible. I think they'll probably... Spirit Breaker is a good offlaner, but they can also just play him as an aggressive roaming support as well. It depends how much... really depends how much greed they want to get down this Alchemist and how much like levels that they want to put on the Night Stalker. I think the only real thing here is that Mag is definitely going to be given priority farm. But with these changes... to Alchemist and Night Stalker. Oh, I'm not sure how they're going to do this. Apparently, had an issue there. Anyway, so we'll go over the lineups here while we're waiting. So playing for Alliance on the rating side, we've got Pycat standing with the Shrek. We've got Aki playing Ancient Apparition, fucking mad there on the Titan. Minuts and the Phantom Assassin. EGM playing the Ogre Magi. For the Dire team, for VPP, FNG standing in, or not standing in, he's actually part of the roster. FNG on the Vengeful Spirit, Illidan Stormrage on the Night Stalker, Mag on the Death Prophet, DK Phobos on Spirit Breaker, and Lil Hardy playing the Alchemist. Saying, Matt, are you an abuser? Okay. Actually, Matt was asking about the whole Spirit Bear bug. Oh boy. By the way, guys, no Spirit Bear bugs tonight. Not that it needed to be said, I'm sure. I mean, some teams do use bugs to their advantage. No-Tail and his Elder Titan. Of course, ET just had that movement fix on the Spirit while stomping. No-Tail was a particular one who would do that. So, I mean, some bugs, yeah, less of a problem. In Dota, going back, I mean, some bugs have just become core gameplay. Like back in the day, when Tiny and his Avalanche combo, the Avalanche and the Toss combo used to be a bug. And essentially it just became, well, you know what, this is actually so cool and it's skill-based, let's just make it just make it a core mechanic, just keep it as is. But of course, the Spirit Bear bug, yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that unless you want to get your account banned. I'm pretty sure Volvo will be all over that. I remember when hats first came out for TF2, and people were basically idling and basically cheating their way to hats, and then had them all taken away, and a free hat given to the non-abusers called the Cheater's Lament. Caused some serious tears. Okay, so it looks like Phobos will be going in the offlane there with his Spirit Breaker. They're going to be taking Illidan to the safe lane, so it will be Mag in the mid, and it will be a support Alchemist in this case, most likely. Which is definitely strong, especially, I like this. It'll be a greedy 4 Alchemist. This, I think, is really good, because Illidan is going to probably leave lane when it's nighttime, he hits a few levels. He's going to, you know what, it's time to gank. Let's go and gank. Up to level 6, and this will just buy room We'll see lots and lots of aggression, and Night Stalker just buying room for Lil to catch up. With Greed, he could really quite easily do that. Meanwhile, it looks like we will have a 4-man sweep on top, and I think it's going to turn into an offensive tri-lane here, which could definitely, actually, this is going to be really rough for VPP to deal with. That's a very, very strong try, assuming that they're throwing Minuts mid. It depends what they're going to do with Pycat here. Even if it is just
to battle.
EGM, Aki, and Minuts in the tri-lane, that's still pretty strong. But a lot of good damage output there. It looks like they will be sending... Leshrac probably will go mid with this item build here. So solo mid, Leshrac up against... Wait, what? Wait a minute. That's different. That's a solo offlane Death Prophet. I thought she would mid. I think, oh, maybe they've just read this. Maybe they've read that they're going to send the Titan to safe lane. They've expected that there's going to be an offensive tri-lane. Okay, so they've expected Titan to solid safe lane. They're sending the range hero against it, but this will, I guess, impact... Well, you know what? Actually, no. This is actually probably better off for Phobos. Yeah, he'll be up against a range hero, but melee against Anchor Smash, that's actually probably worse off by far. And Leshrac can harass a fair bit, but Spirit Breaker is actually very tanky. He's got a lot of base armor, 5 starting armor, and a lot of health. Like, you look there, he's got +2 strength, and he's still up to 739 health. That is a lot for level 1. That's insane. Like, you compare that to Death, probably 600. And she's got a full Null Talisman +2 branches. Pycat even. 2 branches of full Null Talisman. He's only 550. Meanwhile, though, this top lane going to be really hard, especially if they're planning for the Greedy Alchemist to go and get in the jungle, get busy in there. Pulling and just putting some grid to work. This is going to be really rough for Illidan to find some melee fire, but there comes the stun in Minuts. He's getting chained up there. The slow comes out as well, and looks like Minuts is in trouble here. The first blood going to Illidan Storm Rage, and they will get the counter stun in, but now Aki being chased off. Just a little bit too aggressive from Minuts moving forwards and getting picked up, and it looks like they might go for it now. Counter kill here on FNG going back in. Aki now stun being challenged. Stable Concoction going to Aki. Aki cocking a heavy hit. Fire Blast comes in on FNG. FNG now trying to duck in threes. A slow there on Minuts. Minuts does he have a blink strike up at the moment? Doesn't matter. They will lose FNG. Minuts no blink just yet. Still near level 1 with the dagger. Cancelling out the clarity on Storm Rage there. Illidan losing his clarity. Another TP and total bloodbath in this top lane right now. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mad. This should be a relatively okay lane for Mad. Sure, he's not really going to put the Anchor Smash to work, but he's got good damage block there. It's going to keep him up and running.
Not for you.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, as we can see, Spirit Breaker doing okay. He's still Leshrac. Obviously, it's only going to be so much he can do. But 10-3 for Leshrac, 6-0 for the Spirit Breaker. But if he was up against the Titan, it would be so much worse. Is FNG having another pause now? Now, this is definitely a danger for Alliance. The issue is, if your tri-lane fails, it really, really fails. I feel like they probably should have put Minuts mid and put Pycat up in the... because it would have really strengthened their tri-lane. I hear a stun go off there. I think Lil just stunned himself. Didn't have any high ground vision there, but yeah. The issue is, you go on offensive tri-lane and it fails, it's very hard to catch up. And especially when this fails against a Night Stalker, this is even worse. If it backfires against a Night Stalker, it's just going to be so much free food for him in the mid-game. So they're going to have to be really, really careful about that. As Leshrac is, he's saving his skill points at the moment. He's not sure whether he wants to go for Edict or if he wants to go for... oh no, there we go, he picks him up. He goes for 1 Edict, 1 in the stun. So he hasn't figured out which one he wants to max just yet, or if he did want to max one. Yeah, I figured they put the Leshrac up in this try because it's really, really scary to try and charge in against Edict early on. Now FNG copping the stun, but there comes in Stable Concoction. Will EGM go down first? No, they will get the FNG kill first. And now Minot's trying to chase off Storm Rage. Storm Rage, though, he's got another slot. He's going to turn around. They don't have any mana left here on Lil. A duck into the trees there for Aki, trying to get clear. And Illidan will back off as the TP comes back in from EGM. So in the end there, I'd say arguably, VPP coming out ahead. Sure, EGM got the experience, but the gold going to Night Stalker in the last hit there. Copy another hit from the Ignite. But yeah, early gold on Night Stalker means early boots, early earn, all these good spells. It's just going to allow him to get super mobile and get really aggressive with Phobos. Just go charging around the map, causing all sorts of havoc. And this will just buy room for Alchemist to get greedy. Although in this case, he's had to go for Acid Spray and the Unstable Concoction first. So I don't know if they plan to fight a tri-lane essentially when they're drafting, but they've definitely switched the lanes to deal with it, and I think it's a very smart set of movements here from their laning stage. But for now, if they're trading hits, I think they're okay with it. As long as they go into this mid-game with a decent set there. Although, actually, Alliance is ahead significantly on gold.
Regeneration.
I think it just comes down to the fact that they're farming so much better. Mag is currently on 12 and 4. Like, you look there, Leshrac farming so much better. And actually, Mag, I'm surprised he's this far behind. Maybe just coming down to the fact that he can't bottle spam as easily with the Crypt Swarm, but he's just not really succeeding. You know what? Mad is possibly just zoning him out, just running forward with the X-Smash. We'll watch it for a little while. Obviously, he can't really harass Mad out, but Mad's not really impacting Mag. Maybe Mag's just missing these last hits. Meanwhile, looks like a fight's going to break up in the top lane. Stun comes down on Aki. Aki, invisible, walks too close to a ward. Second ward chucked down. Aki now trying to get clear, but he's charged up. They can still see him for the moment. Now slow there on Minus. It looks like this is going to leave Aki for the moment. Going to try and get that kill. Minus, is he going to be able to blink away? Not still caught. Is a stun getting in? Comes through with the stun. Going to go for a double kill here. Aki, no. He's invisible. No more detection. The stun damage, not quite enough there. And I like this build here from Spirit Breaker, maxing out the charge first. No, not maxing out the charge, maxing out the bash first. The bash improves 3 abilities. Improves the bash, improves the charge, improves the ult. Makes them all so much better. Arguably also, the haste, it's also then comboed up there with the empowering haste as well, because that increases damage done. Increased move speed, and bash does damage based upon move speed. So I really like that build there from DK.Phobos. It's a very, very value build in terms of how you allocate those skill points. And there we go. They've given Alliance go, alright, this tri-lane just is not working. It's just too easy for them to bring fourth hero to the fight.
Tower is under attack.
And Minus just doesn't have enough damage output compared to the Night Stalker. I really thought they were going to put Pyke out up there. They've rotated Mad up there. Mad now level 6. He's got the Ravage. I don't think they can kill him with any great deal of ease. Probably just going... But about this time, though, it's now night time. Night Stalker is now getting mobile. He doesn't have his ult up yet, but hey, level 2 against his underfarmed tri-lanes. This should be some easy kills. He doesn't even need the Crippling Fear just yet. We have the charge as well, and this, I don't think Minuts gets out of here alive. Blinks away, but the Spirit Breaker, in comes the cow. Doesn't matter. They will throw down another nuke. The Void comes in and cleans up Minuts once again. The charge, that is unfortunate. It bounces. That could have been a kill there on EGM, but the charge has bounced to one of the assassins here. And from one assassin to the other. But this is coming. They've completely shut down Phantom Ascend's farm. On the plus side, though, for Alliance, this is coming at a ton of farm for the Tidehunter as well as the Leshrac. And Leshrac, particularly, if he gets a lot of early farm, he can really hit like a complete powerhouse in the mid game and the late game. Like a Leshrac with the early advantage is actually quite a big threat in the late game. He does so much AoE damage. It is absolutely soul crush. Like, you go up against it, you don't have a BKB, you just blow up so fast. The downside, though, his mid-game is pretty vulnerable because he's still trying to build up all these tanky items, and Leshrac can get eaten alive by Night Stalker pretty easily, so he's going to have to watch out. On the plus side, though, it's not a solo Night Stalker, so he's behind on levels, but yeah. And with the Night changes as well, if Night Stalker's always popping that darkness, like, just not being able to see anything really might impact Alliance's ability to farm the map safely, but we'll see. I'm really not sure on Mag's last hit. Like, it's 19-7 up against 20. Like, he should have more last hits than he has. Really should have more last hits. I'm not 100% on that one at all. Oh, this is nice here. The FNG's teleported down the bottom lane. Now, even if he doesn't, even if they don't get a kill here on EGM, this is going to open up their ability to throw down some more wards. They're just rewarding towards the 7-minute mark. This will expire actually fairly shortly. That was a very early ward, but they'll get down some more offensive wards in the jungle and just make it hard for Leshrac to disappear in there and do something. Because Leshrac can actually cut through stacks pretty quickly. He's got a lot of firepower. And as well, they're stacking for Tidehunter as well. So it's just really going to make it troublesome for EGM to just wander around and get some stacks rolling for his team. And same deal for Aki. They're just not going to be able to sit in there with any great deal of ease. At the moment, though, Alliance still holding a the net worth in their favour. But come this mid game, things are going to get ugly as this Night Stalker tries to take over the game. I have no idea what that. Apparently. Oh, I hope they haven't had an update issue or something. Internet issues there. But yeah, that's really unlikely. Although, I know maybe they don't get the kill. Illidan is out of mana, but they do have Mag here. Mag's got level 3 Crypt Swarm, and FNG's very close, but it's only a level 1 stun. Level 2 Wave, though. You know what? If they proc at least one or two greater bashes from the Spirit Breaker, because they're level 3 bashes, Oh, in fact, he's got Nether Strike. No, yeah, if the charge had landed on EGM, I think they kill him for sure. They might still get him. He's got Nether Strike up. And if it procs, I mean, you can RNGG like 3 bashes in a row, so who knows. So I think they'll get this kill. It should be a 2 for 1. Oh, 2 for none, rather. I haven't lost any return, obviously. Now let's talk about this. This is actually pretty irritating for Mad. Now, the thing is, the Granite Golem, he had his health drop, but he's got this brand new aura. And increases health percentage by 50%. Like, it's basically, he's increasing everybody's health around him. So, little golems get tougher. So you can see the little golems get tougher. But the main nerf here is that when you're a Tide Hunter or somebody stacking these things, and stacking and stacking and stacking, doing tons of, like, ancient stacks, and you stack, like, 5 stacks up, suddenly all the dragons, everything, all these dragons, everything have huge health gains from the Granite Aura, which is really going to slow down Titan. Like, Titan can still kill them without taking too much damage, obviously between Kraken Shell and the Anchor Smash, but it slows him down quite significantly, and it's more significant against heroes who can't really do the Ancients easy. Like, say, if you're trying to stack for an Axe to go in there later on in the game, or have an Anti-Mage go and clean up, it's actually a bit of an issue for them. It does slow them down quite significantly. Now, Leshrak's back. Just going to wait for Aki to get back in. Here's Aki, and we'll go back to the bottom lane, because I think they get this kill in EGM. If they can get a stun him, maybe he could actually conceivably cut his way. If he gets to cut through here, just here, if he cuts those 2 trees there with his tangos, he might actually get away, but he doesn't know that there's an incoming Spirit Breaker, so he might not turn around fast enough. Throws down the stun there in Illidan, as it looks like, no, he's going to get to the trees here, might actually get out of it, cuts 1 tree to regenerate, cuts up north, tries to get away, but now he's in trouble. Now the strike, if he gets in range, throws out the Wave of Terror, in comes into the strike, and there we go, they get the kill. No TV support incoming. It was a little bit trickier than they wanted, but they still walk away with a kill. Their Nether Strike used. But that is 70 seconds where the Shrek has to be less worried about it. But they will clean up this mid-tier 1, so Alliance securing objectives. See Night Stalker there, gaining those gank golds though. 366 gold for him. And now level 5. We compare that to, say, minus level 4, level 3 supports. Level 3 support. Yeah, this is really, really looking quite ugly towards this mid-game. No, is he going to go for it? Not just yet, no. And I think he'll get Darkness at level 6, just because he's about to move over into the daytime. He's only got like a minute left before we go to daytime again. Meanwhile, top lane, oh, gets a deny! Lil succeeding there. Ravage also expended, and they get nothing out of it, pretty much. They just basically cause the support Alchemist to kill himself. Loses 150 gold, but you know what? You can deal with that. And yeah, now he's starting to pick up Greed. Okay, well, don't really need me to gank anymore. He's got some decent firepower in a fight if it does break out. He's got the negative arm, which is really nice, but for the most part, powerhouse hitters in this mid-game is going to be Night Stalker and Spirit Breaker together. That's a really scary combo. And now Pike out is charged. In comes the cow. No? Is he coming still? He's been seen. I don't think that, yeah, he realizes he's gone past the ward.
Tower is under attack.
Not going to get that kill anymore. And there we go. See what I mean? How tanky this guy is? Like, it's level 7. 7 armor with no raw armor boosters. We see a kill there on Ogre. Ogre getting picked off in the bottom lane. Oh, man. They will get the counter kill, though. Illidan will go down in return. As they might actually go for Pike out again in 10 seconds. They've still got some nighttime. Darkness still only level 5. Didn't quite mention pick up. I'm assuming he's going to pick up level 6 now. There's a charge coming through with the Spirit Breaker. He's headed down to the mid lane. Going after the Mine Nuts. Mine Nuts are healing up, but probably going to pull out here. Yes, changes his mind, decides not to go for it. Double damage here on Mad. Does cop the bash on the way through. And the question is, will he max out? Now, here's the thing with the bash timer. The Greater Bash does 1.6 stun time at level 4.
Under attack.
The Charge of Darkness does a 1.6 stun at level 2. So by getting the level 4 bash, he essentially has, except with the movement speed, he essentially has a level 2 charge in terms of stun time. Now, he might decide to level up the Empowering Haste after this just for his team, or he might decide to get the stun maxed out. I think he would probably go for the stun next just because the cooldown on charge is so much lower now. I see the Black Drag now. See, gets just so much extra health. This is definitely going to slow Mad down by quite a bit. What build are we doing here? Skill build. 2 in Terror, 2 in Magic Missile. They're getting some burst out, and they've just got the value point there in the Command Aura as well. Night Stalker, yes, he does go for the Darkness at level 6. I'm going to use this. I'm going to switch over to Radiant Vision just so we can really see how completely terrifying that lack of vision is. Like, they're going to have, like, no vision whatsoever. Now, Lil's going to come out, just do a... Try and do a pull through. Doesn't succeed. Oh, no, it sort of does. Gets a range creep. Meanwhile, charge again. Is he heading bottom? Or who's he after? He's after Aki. EGM's lurking nearby. I don't think they... No, they can't see EGM at the moment. They don't know he's there, but they might go for this kill regardless. HF is so squishy.
Radiant's middle tower.
And yeah, he realizes, uh-oh, there's trouble coming. They went past the wall. Gonna go for this kill here. Where we get Nether Strike in now. Nether Strike comes out, gets cancelled there by the stun. Cold Feet procs, but no, it's not quick enough. In comes the Nether Strike. Can they get this kill here on Phobos? Trying to get free. Aki running for his life. They managed to pick off the Spirit Breaker. And the counter kill comes out as a TP support comes in. They baited that very nicely. Ran past this ward, unfortunately. If you run past wards of Spirit Breaker, TPs tend to come in. And the stun's just proccing in time to keep him alive. Frustrating for the Spirit Breaker. He will be building.
Is under attack.
He will be building up a set of drumsticks, which is nice. It's an all-round just nice item for Spirit Breaker. Gives him everything he needs: damage, health, mana.
Think refugees.
The FNG, the TP's coming in though. Lil's also TPing as well. We'll have the Ogre we'll have the Alchemist show up in a second there. He's popped his ultimate, of course, less useful. And Charge comes in. He wants Aki again. Cancel it. Ravage comes out. Catches two there. In comes Mag from the side. He doesn't have mana for exorcism though. Meanwhile, Mad being chased back off. Mag gonna wade back in there. No, he's running out of mana still. Down goes the Titan, but he's already used the Ravage. Lashrak is the big one though. Has already been taken out. Illidan now. Charge comes in. Aki's a dead man. Illidan giving pursuit. And there we go. Cleaned up there. So just switch over to the Radiant Vision. See, they like just cannot see anything at all. Minarts probably can't find his own ass in this.
Is under attack.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that vision loss. Hey, look at this ward. Look at this. Nothing. Can see nothing at all. Creep being dragged away there by VPP. Just getting this tier 1 in the bottom lane down. This is just going to make life even harder for Pierre to find farm. She has picked up a Helm of the Dominator, so she's getting the ability. And I like this one. Just because it opens up her ability to jump. So here a charge going off. Who's it on there? Top lane. No? Must be on creep. Or maybe, actually, I think he just got bashed by Roshan. I'm pretty sure he just got bashed by Roshan. Oh, man, I hate that so much. It happens more than you think. You charge past Roshan and just freaking smacks you.
Dire's structures
Yeah, up tower being worked on. No, Glyph gets popped by Lil. Lil now giving chase, and then we're recharging now on Pycat. Cops the stun, but... Charge going to be cancelled. Phobos realizes he's running past this ward again. It's really just not going to work. I think he's just using it to gain some ground. But this is really troublesome for Pycat in this match because he's up against the Night Stalker and the Space Cow. It is such a huge threat for him. It's going to be very difficult for him to find safe areas to farm.
Middle tower is under attack.
See right now the net worth. Neck and neck. Those last couple of fights really causing issues for Alliance. And meanwhile, top lane stun comes out. The charges to a Pycat. I don't think there's an escape here for him. He's just going to get taken out. Nether Strike should be ready to go by now. There we go. Gets popped. Probably a little bit unnecessary. Doesn't matter though. They will pick up the kill. Nice and easy. So Lashrak gets 4-manned up in the top lane. And the tier 1 top does get defended. Still not within the die range. And this is just space aggression coming out from VPP, just making space for Mag to continue farming. Yours is on the way, not particularly close though. He's definitely still behind in terms of farm. 4.3k. Considering the lane should have been pretty easy against Mad, I'm surprised he is that low. Now, pings coming out in the enemy jungle for VPP. They're looking to go and gank the Radiant jungle there. Or at least get some more wards up, maybe. I'm not sure. Phobos was pinging it, so maybe you want something done. Drum's now done. Spirit Breaker there. Meanwhile, Illidan, he's going for... that could be a Scepter first, or it could be a BKB. I'm not sure. Now, there's the Darkness popped, and they really cannot see a damn thing. Pycat now has to back up. Switching to Radiant Vision there. Cannot see a damn thing. They're going to run in there with a Void as well. Illidan throws out the wave, throws out the Void there. Throws out the Urnboat as well. Ravage going to come in now. Lil moving in, throws out the stun on Mad. They might just go for Mad here. EGM being chased up. Ice Blast going to come in, smacks into Illidan. Stun comes in, down goes Mag. Illidan now in retreat here. Can he get away? Look at that vision though. Oh, just at the edge of that vision. As you can see, they cannot see a damn thing. See, Lil just wanders away into the darkness. I cannot see a damn thing. I'm going to stop doing that now, though.
Tower is under attack.
Just making a point of how difficult it is to see anything with this new Night Stalker ultimate. It is honestly borderline broken. It is insanely good. However, that Ice Blast that came through. Well timed there from Aki, catching two, more importantly, catching the two key heroes they need to go for. Mag, as well as Night Stalker, is making it really dangerous for him to dive there. And then they actually turn it around on him. And Mag, of course, with his low health, because he's building, in fact, health nerf, not huge at this stage. The Strength Earth is not a big deal at this point in time for him. But it's still getting hit by that Ice Blast, a significant amount of damage. Now Lil not able to regenerate because of the Ice Blast. Can they get a... No. Minus decides, hang on, this is a bad idea, and we'll back up. Realizing, hang on, it's nighttime, Night Stalker's about, let's not do that. Phobos looking for a potential kill here. He's going for a charge to walk past the ward on EGM here. Would have been better if he went for Pycat. EGM might be a bit too tanky here. Now the strike is available, but realize, yeah, this isn't going to work, and we'll back off. He is maxing the charge next.
Invisibility.
Finds an invisibility. Still got enough nighttime left to make this a significant threat. Oh, okay, just use it. Never mind. He wants to get some farm done. And I think it'll be a BKB next, just to try and help deal with Ravage. And actually, it's going to be a BKB for sure, because he's got to deal with Leshrac, got to deal with the Ravage. So I believe that's where he'll be going. Now, VS just going to bulk up here. I think she's just going to get treads, possibly. Might invest in a drums, or even just a bracer as well. Probably just a bracer, actually. As they're going to be relying on him for most of the support. I think they're just going to give Farmia to Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist 2.2k. I think he's just going straight for a Blink Dagger. They'll know just starting to farm the enemy jungle. Leshrac. And again, more stacks being popped out here. Ancient's Aki. I think he's just doing a Midas. He's just playing super greedy here, and it is a Blink Dagger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What's now? It looks like he's going for Vladimir's offering. This is an all-round, it's a nice support item. Definitely really nice. It's going to help Night Stalker just be a bit more aggressive as well. It's not going to have a huge impact, though. It's not going to have the same kind of impact, say, if he just went straight for a Scepter. Scepter on Phobos on Spirit Breaker is absolutely insane. It is so damn good, just because it gives you an AoE
Radiant's
stun. An
middle
AoE
tower is under attack.
superior magic stun, essentially. And the fact that it just reduces that cooldown. So pretty much you can, in extended fights and chases, you can get 2 ults off. That's a very big deal. And also, it's just pure raw health as well. It's actually a big deal for Spirit Breaker. He's got so much grunt if he picks up an early Aghanim Scepter. Death Prophet still working towards that Yules, though. We'll have it relatively soon. Value, though. Still back in favor of Alliance after those last couple of kills there, but still, it's going to be tricky going towards the late game. Just because this goes really late. It's going to be Phantom Assassin trying to catch up, and then the Leshrac, but it is going to be up against these 4 heroes who do okay. Like Spirit Breaker less so ever since the Empowering Haste was changed, but he's still a decent force in the late game, just because the bash is always a threat, especially if you're getting slammed, especially if your hard carry's getting slammed out. Like PA get bashed a few times in the fight, she loses a lot of damage output. It's pretty frustrating if he just sits on her face. And then it's pretty much down to, yeah, Leshrac. So it's basically, essentially 4 cores and a really good steroid in the form of Vengeful Spirit towards the late game. If it does go like really, really late, like 50 minutes or so, it's going to be getting difficult for Alliance. So they don't want to wait too long. But at the same time, towards this mid-game, with the BKB being picked up, it's going to really... If they get some nicely timed BKBs as well, that's really going to screw with Leshrac's damage output as well. And the issue is if either team loses fights, they lose towers as well, for sure. That's the other big deal. So in this mid-game, if Alliance lose a couple of fights in a row, they're going to lose all of their outer towers. Like, they're going to lose all their tier 2s, most likely. As Phobos is charging around just to get some distance. Smoke up here from Alliance, looking for potential pick-off. I don't think they're going to find one, though. EGM just going to do some warding. As they see... FNG's been seen. Will they go from there? Throws out the wave. EGM, actually, he loses his smoke because he gets too close to FNG. Phantom Assassin still trying to play catch-up here. Only on 94 CS at 18 minutes in. That's pretty low. Of course, Fence Trilane failed pretty horribly, so still playing catch-up for sure. And his jungle at this point in time is still pretty dangerous for him to go after as well. As Mad picks up the 4 stuff. But yeah, they've got it warded up. The Die have warded this up, so quite dangerous to get in here. And the Die, they've a ton of wards over here. FNG, they're just going to do some of his own farming. And the charge top, I think they're just waiting for the next night time before they go for any serious kills here. And might even just wait until they can get the BKB done on Illidan, as he has picked up the Mithril Hammer. And now, no Ice Blast on Lil. This is going to hurt. He's going to die here for sure, I think. There we go. Free killed Ancient Apparition. I think FNG is probably going to realize, hang on a minute. Oh, he just actually dewarded that. So, yeah, Lil probably should have been more aware about that. Realizing, hang on, wait a minute. They can see me. They're going to Ice Blast me because, yeah. Your Alchemical Rage, no good against Ice Blast at all. Especially when he's trying to fight a stack as well. There we go. There's an enhanced freaking health pool. Just slowing him down, getting him killed. I can't just content to jungle at the moment. And it's coming to the night time, so yeah, right now, the aggression from Alliance is not going to be particularly high because they don't really want to push in when night time's about to turn up. So they're just going to try and get the farm. Well, they're going to have to play very defensively coming up in a moment, though. Night Stalker, Haster, and about to pop as we turn over to the second, into another night phase.
Gold for me.
Oh man, this is going to be ugly. He's going to be able to get a few kills here for sure, I think. Although Pike is getting quite tanky now. He's picked up the Bloodstone straight up.
Haste.
And if you can farm this quickly, it is a very good item on the track. And then rack up some kills as well. Stalker now, just going to zoom around. Pops the haste, and I think this mid lane as well. Oh, mad. Oh, blinks away just in time. It's a shame. If he just approached from that side, he would have got that kill. But because he ran past the creep, just gives Tyner enough time to blink out of there. But it looks like VPP might actually decide, you know, let's pick up the Aegis here. Mad's nearby though, and he's got Ravage ready to go. This could be ugly for VPP if they're not careful. Especially if Mad gets burst down before he can use himself and pop Exorcism. But they've seen Alliance. They know that they're lurking. And VP are just going to back up there. The moment. Phobos, though, has finished up his Vladimir's offering, and a BKB, and they might go now. The BKB just got finished up on Illidan. They might feel confident to go for it now. And they're going to have Mad go there. I think they're just baiting, though. They might not actually pop the Exorcism just... No, they're going to go... yes, no. Goes for it. Pops the nighttime as well. Lowers that vision just basically. Pop this again. See there? They can't see anything. Look at this vision. It's absolutely atrocious.
Roshan has
Meanwhile, Roshan will get killed so damn quick. The negative armor really strong. Wave of Terrament down, and the acid sprays well. Down goes EGM, gets obliterated there. Now, Illidan in chase. Minot's in trouble as well. No, he's going to break off there. Doesn't go for Minot's. And they want to get Pike out. In comes the Void. Going to stop that. It's going to stop that port. Nether Strike as well. And that's a very easy kill there on Pike, as they also pick off Aki as well. Mag running him down with the Exorcism. Oh boy, that's a big swing against Alliance. Free Roshan, 3 kills. So much negative armor on Roshan. See there, Mag helping him make up for his early misfire, I would say, with the CS in there in the offlane. 700
under attack.
gold for him, and 400 gold there for the Alchemist as
middle
well.
tower has fallen.
EGM lurking nearby. And a blink stun comes. It's a very short duration though. Lil will just back off immediately. Tidehunter's still here. He's still got Ravage ready to go if he wants to use it. You'll start in the air. Could be trouble. Silence comes down there as well. Silence on Mad. He can't get off the Ravage just yet. He's trying to get in position for FNG backup. Ice Blast coming. Will hit Illidan. Doesn't manage to hit Lil. And meanwhile, they will clearing up the FNG. But overall, it's a very, very small pick-off, considering what it could have been. Plus, though, they didn't have to expend the Ravage. See there, the kill money going to Ogre Magi as well, so not a huge swing for Alliance at all. See the net worth again, plummeting down to even, and I think this favours VPP. Because I really feel like the late game, and even in the mid game, they are much stronger than Alliance is. See Leshrac now, he's lost a couple of charges, they're getting picked off there in the jungle earlier in that last fight. Mag continues to spam away. That wave also going for his own BKB. This is definitely, this mid-game, with these BKBs coming out, this is going to get really ugly for Alliance. Now they've lost a lot of damage on 2 heroes they really need to bring down, the Night Stalker, as well as the Death Prophet. They've really got to kill them. But so much damage has gone now. Now Lightning Storm, the Edict, actually, no, Edict goes through it still, so I suppose there is that. But the other big one, the level 2 Pulse Nova, also missing in action, and the Ravage. Sure, it got a damage nerf, but not having that stun is a big deal. It's really just going to allow Death Prophet to play very aggressively. These fights, do we have Dark Darkness is back up, but I think he's going to save it. No need to pop it just yet. there we go, back over into daytime in a moment. Oh, okay, no, it pops it immediately now. He's just going, you know what? A, I'm going to screw the vision. B, I'm just reducing the daytime all around. Just means he's not as weak for a while. This is actually, look at this. Look how scared Alliance are. When this ult is popped, they're just holding hands. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea where VPP are. Look, this is award vision. Oh boy. Look at this vision. It's nothing. They can see Illidan and that's it, so I suppose I don't have to be that scared, but I see absolutely nothing. Effigy, they're stealing their freaking ancient stack. They have no idea what's going on. Meanwhile, negative armor coming down there. Okay, man's walked over, so hang on, wait a minute. Something's up here. He's going to try and stop him from stealing, but I can't actually see these guys, how close they are to them. Will they go for this kill? He's got Ravaged, maybe not. I think VPP will say, hey, not worth it now. Charge coming in here on Pycat. Pycat, he's going to have problems in a moment. Sancio, Yule's going to try and set it up. Will he make it? Oh, he messed it up, the Yules! Secondary Yules comes out there as well. Actually, no, that was a self Yules, I think, the first time round. So good dodge there by Pycat. I'm going to give... No, it was actually. No, it was Mag's Yules. It's on the lower cooldown. His was the first Yules. He messed that up for his team there. See a blink out from Lil, avoiding the gank there. Now another charge on Pycat. Doesn't have Yules up in a moment. No, he will get taken out here. Meanwhile, the Exorcism going to give chase here to EGM. EGM now going to get chewed up by this guy. Look at the damage come out on him. There's the earn bonus while here. Now the strike going to chase down Titan, but EGM going to drop here in a moment. Titan to also clean up on the back line. 3v1. Not fair odds. Plus all that negative armor coming out of him. Meanwhile, Tikbi in the mid. And Lil's just going to go and farm that up, greed it up here, Alchemist. He did actually max out his other spells first, but with some greed, still useful. Is it a charge on? No, not on my nuts. My nuts not having a cow sit on him here. But he's picked up a BKB of his own, but it's only going to be so effective because he's got to fight through an Exorcism, which is really, really quite painful stuff. And now he's going to jump in there, pops the BKB, although it's daytime right now. It looks like the Exorcism is still down for 100 seconds. TP out there for FNG, should be able to get away. Aki, no, he's going to be chased up here. Yule's trying to set up. Will we see this Split Earth going to come through right now? Illidan now in trouble. Pops the Nighttime. Can he run away quickly enough? I don't think so. He's going to be burst down here. There's the Aegis down, but I think they kill him a second. Oh, Mag's going to come back in, throws down the sunset. Might buy him time. Blink different Lil goes for the kill. Chops is in the stun there. In comes the Ice Blast, but it's not enough. Titan are just respawning now. They kill off Pycat. A dagger coming in to slow down Mag, but it's very much a screw you. It's unfortunate. Alliance, they look like they had a kill. Cost them an Aegis, but that's it. VPP coming out ahead there easily. See, Lil pick up 400 gold as well. I feel like Titan is building some armor, but I feel like the Shivas would be nice, but I feel like to stall this game, they really need that double Ravage. I don't know if he can afford to go for it, but the armor's going to help him out for sure. It's going to make him be able to stand up. But the problem is, yeah, okay, he gets the Ravage down. But his team might still just fall apart if they don't have a secondary Ravage. Just because these guys are starting to get really tanky. They've got the BKBs, they've got all sorts of good stuff. And PA right now just doesn't have the damage output really with the crits just yet. On the plus side, she does have Bloodlust, and it's almost maxed out too. So there is that. Lil now, just going to do some more ancient farming. Again, risky because of these Ice Blasts. As you see, a 5k lead now in favor of VPP. And gold-wise, gold-wise 5k, but double that for experience. Very, very sharp experience jumps here. 10,000 for VPP. Phobos now, just going to continue farming. Also working towards another BKB. These BKBs are just going to frustrate Alliance so much. It's really going to be quite... It's already bad enough for them in these fights, these BKBs. And Alchemist is building one as well. It just gets worse and worse and worse. These BKBs, this is just going to really crush Alliance's mid-game. Make it very hard for them to find any significant advantage in the mid-game. And this is going to really set up VPP's late game there. Hastelin there being snagged by Mad. He's just going to speed away though, as Illidan's going to be left in his wake. Top lane Lil just continually greed it up and maxed out. Goblin's greed at this point in time. Like that plus 25 gold a hit right now. Okay, how much is going up to? Just gonna use that jungle. Yeah, there we go, plus 24. So you can keep jumping and jumping and jumping. And Shadow Pressure, though, did pick up a Midas, which was nice for Aki, but he's still a long way off finishing up that Scepter. Mad just being let farm as well. I don't know if it's nighttime, and right now not that much aggression being popped out, although I say that, and then the jump in there, blink, stun, Yulzo trying to set up this kill, in come the counter stun, split out as well, no, it whiffs! Multicast times 2, making up for a skill there. Shrek gets lack of skill, countered by EGM's insane luck. I'm sorry, did you whiff your split earth? Did you mess it up? Let me just get a ×2 multicast. In fairness, it is like a 60% chance to proc, but just procky at the right time. Lil getting, I mean, that's probably a little bit over-aggressive. I don't see him killing that. This is a weird thing. I don't see him getting that kill on his own, because he really doesn't have that kind of damage output just yet, even with the negative armor. He just doesn't have that kind of damage output, and yeah, they didn't really see anybody else. Now, FNG, though, FNG's going to die here. I don't think he gets away. Oh, maybe Will's Gush. Oh, it's not going to blow the Ravage. Yeah, fair enough. Doesn't want to blow the Ravage here on just FNG. It's not a Scepter one either. He's going to be just fine. Now, Mad is going to get charged here. They could actually get this kill. No, Yule's coming out there. Was that Titan? What was that from Mag? That was Mag's Yule's messing that up again. It's the second stun he's messed up. In comes the Ravage, completely wasted on BKBs. Some errors coming out here from both sides, really. Questionable plays. Now the Lightning Storm going to come out there. Exorcism not going to be able to shoot down this tower just yet. It's a lot of lost gold for Tidehunter, though. Or maybe it will, actually. Glyph is ready to go. They want to use it, but yeah, no, it's not. Exorcism will wear off, and they'll have to back up. They get some decent damage on, but Mag, that's a second charge in a row he's messed up with that Yules. He's really got to be less aggressive with it. I mean, it's pretty obvious if Spirit Breaker is charging. There's a freaking icon over their head, so maybe he's just trying to use them to guarantee that Spirit Breaker gets close and gets some range Netherstruck without getting ravaged. I suppose that's a charitable interpretation, but still, I still find that questionable, what he's doing there. And Leshrac down to 4 charges on that Bloodstone. Maybe he can pick up a freebie here on FNG. FNG, the Pikecat walk in, throws out the stun there, will jump away. Oh no, Yule's coming out this time around. In comes a charge from Spirit Breaker. Can they get this counter kill? FNG dropping low here, can they save him? Short range swap, should have swapped to Lil actually. Messes that one up unfortunately, could have lived, doesn't matter though. Goes for the suicide. He will get a kill and then suicide's out. Did he come out there with a net gain? No, he comes out with a 1 charge loss overall. Meanwhile, Mag getting another kill there in the bottom lane.
Let me acquaint you with your on the map.
Slight misplay there in Fierce, and she had the range for the swap too. She did have a level 2 swap, so that very easily just could have swapped Lil into position and then just run away. But mistakes were made. And there we go, Scepter picked up, oh man, this is just getting so more annoying. Scepter now picked up a Night Stalker. He's got the flying vision during nighttime. It's going to be so hard to engage on VPP during the nighttime now. Even worse, obviously, when he pops the ult itself, but any nighttime now with a flying vision gives him so much map control when they're pushing and ganking. Or even just defending, like say you've got Night Stalker sitting here, or even just here, when you're defending, it's like so, you just can't approach this area because he can see over the trees. It's really, really tough to fight against. Now, Basher picked up for Phantom Assassin, probably going towards the Abyssal, and that she's going to need that for sure. I feel like she also wants a... Oh, man. She also wants... I'm going to say she almost wants to stack the evasion a little bit, if she can. Just because if she gets RNGG by Spirit Breaker a few times, she's going to die so quickly in these fights, so... I don't know, we'll see. Roshan now, they're going to get worked on by VPP. I don't think Alliance can actually mount any kind of a defensive or counter kill here on Roshan. It's probably not going to happen. Smoke being used like Leshrac. Pikecat just looking for a potential kill in the jungle. Hoping he's going to find someone low that he can pick off. EGM now. Still looking towards, I'm assuming that's towards his own Scepter. Ancient Apparition also trying to get that Scepter up and running. Now that, well, they've got the Aegis now picked up probably by Night Stalker. Yes, once again on Illidan. Just going to push in on this tier 2, not going to have the Exorcism, just about to wear off, but they've got significant damage here, enough to bring on this tier 2. I don't think Alliance want to contest this, just going to let it go. They'll pop the Glyph, but really they're not close enough to fight this, they're just going to let it go. Aki's going to come up just to harass them, slow them down, or maybe, oh, wait a minute, Tidehunter 4-stars herself, bit of miscommunication, 4-stars then changes his mind immediately. I think someone said, no, don't. I think he 4-staffed, he was trying, possibly 4-staffed at them, just a sudden movement to try and get BKBs to pop out. That would be my charitable interpretation there. I'm going to assume that's what it was and not a miscommunication, actually. Because, I mean, you could 4-staff and blink back pretty easily. It's a pretty easy thing to do. Now we're going to see the Yule's stun comes out. BKB, though, from Lil. Going to shrug that off. Now counter stun there, blink away from Mad. Inside the trees now, it's actually... Oh, you can see that, oh, it's nighttime! 4-staffed away, he's going to be okay for the moment. Silenced up now, he wants to get this Ravager. BKB's being popped by the Dire team here. Illidan now BKB'd up, can they get away? Will bring down FNG though. And now it looks like Pikecat in trouble, will be chopped down, chewed up there by Illidan. Illidan though gets hit by the Ravage. Minus moving, goes for the kill, Aegis now popped. In comes Phobos, gets stunned. Lil stuns himself! An awkward position there for him to be. Minus now popping the BKB, gonna get stuck in on Lil. Lil trying to regenerate for all his worth. Down goes the Ogre. EGM hits the deck, Aki now being being chased by the Night Stalkers. Getting cleaned up there. And now Minuts and fucking Mad. Can they take this one down? No, they can't. It's 4v2. Unfair odds. An ultra kill there for Illidan. And he can see uphill. Down goes the Tide Hunter. And they'll take a 5-man wipe for one. An ultra kill for Illidan. With Mag taking the final kill. Oh my god. 3.8k swing in gold in favor of VPP. And it costs them. It costs them a support and an Aegis. Definitely worth it. Now a charge. Oh, he's just split pushing. Never mind. Tier 2 as well. They secure a tier 2 out of the fight. And this is the issue. You lose a fight against the... You know, not even really there because X-System wasn't used to push tower. But you lose a fight and quite easily you're going to lose towers. So same applies for both lineups. Well, Mag, is he going to? No, I don't think he will. I was wondering if he was going to move up and try and put X-System to use. And this is going to be awkward here. Mag now copying a stun. Doesn't want to... Oh, can't pick up. He's just on cooldown there. Illidan running at him. Still Darkness on cooldown for 30 seconds. I think he'll just back up here. Nighttime due fairly soon, actually. About a minute or two away there. Meanwhile, wards being popped up by FNG. This is definitely looking pretty ugly for Alliance, as the gold deficit stretches to 15,000. The net worth is definitely falling. Remember how far Mag was behind before? He's definitely skyrocketed ahead. All these towers and these kills he's been racking up. 7, 1, and 9 now. For all the early last hits that he missed, he has really racked it up in terms of hero kill gold and tower kills. 18k for him. He's 4,000 ahead of the nearest person, and that's his teammate. I mean, Pykat's trying, but I gave him that early farm, which was great, but it didn't really end up translating into anything. He picked up an early Bloodstone, and just nothing came out of it. And I think he purely just picked it up just because it was a defensive buy there, just to try and help him survive the early onslaught coming out of Night Stalker and the Spirit Breaker. FNG now, Basher picked up by Illidan. It's probably going to turn into... Abyssal Blade. It's just a nice little... And this is the issue, like, for all the evasion, like, with the basic evasion it's nice, but if he gets stunned a couple of times, with the double bashes being thrown in his face, one from Illidan and one from the Space Cow, it's going to be quite awkward if he gets hit, because if he's stunned even once, it's really going to really cut down on his damage time. The fact that Boss, this is what I mean, jumps in on top of him. There's the uphill vision. In fact, they have a ward there anyway. Now Pycat is so dead. There's the bash. Kicks in and a monster kill streak there for Mag. Finishes him up with the Crypt Swarm. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a kill there for... solid kill for Lil. Decides to go in, pops the big AB, blinks out. Off he goes. Breed charge is beginning to tick down. Or tick back up, actually. He's going to get some more kills in a second there. Right now, just know where Alliance can safely farm. Like, right outside their base. And people are getting picked off. Just solo picked off, too. It's just Lil by himself, not even the Night Stalker and Spirit Breaker doing shenanigans. And I think they're going to go for it now. I think VPP realize they have the advantage. Going to move in here. Sound comes to silence there on EGM. EGM being pursued by Illidan. It's nighttime. Going to go for it. Pops the Darkness. Going to move in as well. Mag going to clean up this tower so easily. The space created there. 2 heroes are down. Buybacks are there, but they don't want to use them just yet. They realize even if they buy back for these fights, it's probably not going to happen. Dagger coming in, Ice Blast as well in the back line, going to catch Phobos, clips Mag as well. FNG also copy it, silence down on Mad. Can Mag get free of this silence? I don't think so. Crippling Fear doing its work. Ready to ravage now, but down, lost the range racks now. Gosh, they're on Illidan, and I think they might just know what am I saying. They're not going to disengage, they're going to go straight back in. Illidan BKB's up, going to give chase here, goes for Aki, throws to the void, gets stunned up there. Will now go on top of Pycat. Pycat pops the DD, gonna move back in. A godlike streak for Mags, keeps moving in there. Ravage comes out, disjoints the stun. The magic missile no good. Stun comes out the Ravage, and now I think they'll get this kill here on the Night Stalker. Night Stalker in trouble. Can they get the slowdown? No, blinks forward. There goes after Night Stalker so fast, though speeds away. Pycat bashed up, stunned up by Nether Strike. Down goes Pycat, and Night Stalker survives on less than 100 health. Meanwhile, the fight continues. Mag now getting the stunned up there by Minus. Goes for the bash. Going to give chase. Spyro, no charge. Whiffs there. Doesn't manage to connect there on the PA. He's going after Aki. Going to get the kill there on Aki. Meanwhile, Mag still running for his life. Minus trying to give chase there. Throws out the dagger. Jumps in. Can he get a stun? Can he get a crit? No crits just yet. A stun comes through on Minus. Minus trying to get clear here. No, he's going to go after Storm. No, changes mind. Switches targets. He goes for Illidan promote. Jumps back now. Doesn't want to go through. Gets stunned up. Charge of Darkness comes through. Down it goes. Minus. Gets stepped on by a cow. Gonna blink forward again, Lil going ham, blinks forward, unstable concoction, Mad copying another stun, tries to get him out of there, EGM comes in with the speed boost, but it's not enough, and 4 heroes down. VPP are all over the show here.
Radiant's
all
top
up in
barracks
Alliance's
are
face
under
and all
attack.
over their case. And now EGM, VP.Polar, little one's blood. He's like, I'm sick of being support. Let's get some kills. Down goes EGM. Top Rax is dead. GG is called. They know it's done.
Radiant's
VPP, the
top
CIS aggression is back, and it's in the form of Night Stalker. Holy crap.
Dire victory.
Night Stalker, I swear to God, this hero borderline imbalanced here. Broken in 6.83. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Triumph of Man Casting. The Star Series Season 11. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got another game coming up for you. Next up, we will have Power Rangers versus VP.Polar, and that will be in about 8 minutes or so.